Begin the Gemara today towards the bottom of Daf Chav Beis Amud Beis, 3 lines from the bottom. Tanu Rabbana. The Rabbanan taught in the Braise. This is continuing the subject we had before when you have two Eidim that are contradicting another two Eidim regarding the status of a woman. So Shnai Moimrim Neskatsha, two say that she got married. Shnai Moimrim Loi Neskatsha, two say no, she's not married. Harezu Loi Tinase, so she can't get married to anybody else because there's a doubt about her status. Vim Nisis, if she went and got married to someone else, Loi Teitze. After the fact, she doesn't have to leave him. Shnai Moimrim Nizgarsha, two say that she was divorced of a previous marriage. Shnai Moimrim Loi Nizgarsha, two say she's not divorced. Harezu Loi Tinase. So again, she can't get married to anyone else because there's a suffix about her status. Vim Nisis, but over here the Braise says in this case, if she went and got married to someone else, Teitze. Over here, she will have to leave the second marriage because of the doubt. So the Gemara asks, Maishna Reisha or Maishna Seifa? What's the distinction here? Why in the Reisha, when there's a doubt, we say that if after the fact, once she got married, so then she can stay married? And why in the Seifa, after the fact, when there's a suffix here, she has to leave? So Tosfos here points out that there's a very obvious difference between these two cases. In the first case, where there's Adam arguing whether she ever got married or not, what is her previous status? What's her chazaka? Her chazaka is that she's single. Right? And then there's two Eidim that come and say, no, she got married. In the second case, where there's an argument whether she got divorced or not, what's her previous chazaka? That she was married. And there's an argument here whether she got divorced or not. So we can understand why in the Reisha, after the fact, once she got married, we rely on that chazaka. But in the Seifa, because the previous chazaka is that she was married, so even after the fact, the chazaka is that she's an Eishes Ish. So Tosfos points out that really, minat Torah, there's this simple difference. But based on the Gemara in Yevamis that we learned also, and there it said that min Rabbanan, even in a case where there's a chazaka, that she's mutter, but nevertheless Rabbanan wa machmer, that any time there's a suffix and there's two Eidim contradicting two Eidim, we should not allow her to get married. So even with Rabbanan at least, the Gemara is asking, in the Reisha as well, she should have to leave her second marriage. Or the first marriage, according to one, the Eidim are arguing if she was ever married, she should have to leave that marriage. Okay, that's the question of the Gemara. So now the Gemara gives two pshatim here for this Braise. First is Abaye, and this is similar to what Abaye said before in a statement of Rabbi Yochanan in the Gemara in the previous daf. Abaye says a similar answer here. Amar Abaye zakta Abaye azay. Tirgema beidecha. This Braise really should be explained that we're not speaking about two Eidim contradicting two, rather it's speaking about one Eid contradicting one Eid. So now one Eid comes and says that she's married, and one Eid says that she's not married. Tarvayu b'pnuya kemisadi. Both of them are saying in their testimony that she was a pnuya, that she's single. And v'hai dekama neskatsha, and now one that says yes, this woman was single, but right now here she got married. Havalechad. So he's really just one against two that are saying that she was single. So therefore, the words of one against the other one, the one that says against one that says that she's not married, that she is married rather, is two. It's considered to be one against two. Again, it's two that are saying that she was single, and then one says, yeah, but this single girl just got married, so it's one against two. So therefore, after the fact, if she went ahead and got married, then that says she can stay married. Okay, Tosfos actually discusses over here because based on this pshat, why can't she just go get married l'chatchila? In such a situation, we should l'chatchila allow her to get married. There's two Eidim that say that she was single. One says, oh, she got a kedushin, but we can rely on this. That two Eidim say that her status is that she's single. She should l'chatchila be allowed to get married. Okay, Tosfos makes the case a little bit more complicated.
What's the concept of Tarvayu and
Tarvayu b'pnuya komisadi. Both of them are saying that according to both of them, until now, her chazaka until now is that she was a pnuya. Right?
So what are you that's what I'm asking. Why are you using this word Tarvayu pnuya? That's the same concept. That is the concept of, not the same, that is the concept of chazaka.
Correct, and a chanami. That's what it's saying over here. Both of them are coming and saying that she has a chazaka of a pnuya. The argument between the two Eidim is not whether she got divorced, and another one is saying that she never got married. Both of them are agreeing that she was a pnuya, and now the question is whether she got married. So therefore, we have two Eidim that are establishing the chazaka of her being a pnuya. And therefore, one that says that she got married is one against that chazaka. Okay, that's the Reisha. Seifa, what's the Seifa speaking about? Over here, the Chazak is the opposite. When 1.8 says that she was divorced and 1.8 says she's not divorced, so Tarvayu Be'eshes Ishka Mesadi. Both of them are saying in their testimony that this woman has a Chazaka of an Eshes Ish. And V'ayda is Garsha. Now the one that says that she was divorced, Havalichad. So therefore he's only one to say that she was divorced. The words of one against the words of two that established this chazaka that she was married is worthless. So therefore, even b'di'evet, if she went and got married, she's going to have to leave that second marriage. That's one pshat. Ravashi, another pshat here, Ravashi or Ravasi Omar. Lo'ilam trei. We can read the Braisa literally, as we had it, that it's two contradicting two regarding her status. And ve'epech, and what we actually have to do over here is, we have to reverse the words of the Braisa. It's the opposite of the way we had it. And the way to read the Braisa is as follows. Shnayim ma'imrim, two Eidim come and say, we're on Daf Chav Gimel Amar Aleph. Shnayim ma'imrim, ri'inua sheniskatsha. There are two that testifying and they say, we saw that she got married. We were there. We were by the wedding. Shnayim ma'imrim, lo ri'inua sheniskatsha. We didn't see. That's the contradiction over here. In other words, the Gemara is adding in these words, lo ri'inua. The second group that says that she did not get married is all they're saying is we did not see that she got married. So now she should not go and get married. And v'imnisis teitze. And if she got married, if she did get married, so then she's going to have to leave the second husband. Why? Because there are two Eidim that are telling us we saw that she got married. The fact that there are other two Eidim that are telling us we did not see, we were not by this chasana. So what? That's not a contradiction to what the first two Eidim said. And the Gemara asks, it's so obvious, Pshita, of course we have to listen to the two Eidim that said she got married. Saying that you did not see that she got married, that doesn't prove that she didn't. You just weren't there. Okay, so it doesn't prove anything. So obviously she's not allowed to get married, and if she does, she would have to leave this husband. Says the Gemara, no, in this case, the two Eidim that say that we did not see would maybe prove something. Because the case here is, the Dairi b'chatzarecha, these Eidim here, they're all living in the same courtyard. They're living together. So now, if they're so close, Mao de Tema would say, if it's true that she actually got married, there would be a rumor about this. At least the neighbors, the ones that live in the same courtyard, should be well aware of this. So therefore, even though usually the klal is loyri inu ein raya, this is an expression the Gemara uses, loyri inu ein raya, just saying I did not see proves nothing. But in this case, if they're living together and you have no awareness of this, that this woman got married, that should prove that she did not get married. Kamash malan. So therefore, what this Braisa is teaching me is the of the inchi the mekacha b'tzina. It is something that happens that people get married discreetly, and the fact that you didn't know that your neighbor got married doesn't prove that she didn't. If two Eidim come and say that she got married, we can rely on those two Eidim, and the others that don't know about it, they don't know. It's possible that people get married quietly.
Especially if they're Edei Nisuin. If they're Edei Nisuin, they know for sure they got married. I mean, you can't really. But
the others that don't know, it doesn't prove anything. Seife, on the other hand, in the Seife, so what's the argument of the Eidim here? Shnayim ma'imrim ri'inua shenisgarsha. To say, again, we add in the word ri'inua. To say we saw that she got divorced. Shnayim ma'imrim lo ri'inua shenisgarsha. To say we did not see that she got divorced. So harezu lo tinase. So she can't get remarried. V'imnisis, but if she did get remarried, lo teitze, she doesn't have to leave her second husband. And what's the reason? Because there are two Eidim that say we saw she got divorced. So because there are another two Eidim that are coming and saying we did not see this, so l'chatchila we don't allow her to go and get married. But after the fact, if she got remarried, we allow her to stay married. Because there are two Eidim that said we saw the divorce. The fact that another two Eidim say that they did not see this doesn't really prove much. So the Gemara says this seems to be basically a repetition of the previous point. What's the chiddush here? Again, the case would be that they're all living in the same courtyard, and therefore I would think the fact that the second group of Eidim say that they did not see that she got divorced, that should be the best proof in the world that she did not get divorced. So, hainu hach. And it's the same exact point that we said before. What did we say before? That even though they're living in the same courtyard, nevertheless, it's possible that a person gets married discreetly, and therefore the fact that they didn't see doesn't prove anything. And therefore over here as well, regarding the divorce, the fact that they say we did not see the divorce doesn't prove anything. So it's the same point as before. Why is the Braisa repeating this? No, so the Gemara says it's not exactly necessarily the same. Because there's room to say, Gabi Kedushin hu Davidi inchid mekache b'tzina. Maybe regarding marriage, it's possible that people get married discreetly. Ava Gabi Gedish, maybe when it comes to a divorce, if it's true that a woman got divorced, people know about this. Right? This is something which there would be more of a rumor about a divorce than a marriage. There would be some svara to say this. I mean, so the point of the Gemara basically is this idea of tzina, of it being discreetly. You can't compare marriage to divorce. The Braisa wants to tell you the halacha both regarding marriage and divorce, because possibly regarding a divorce, this is something that would be more known. So therefore the Braisa has to point out both cases separately, that for Kiddushin, it's possible that people get married quietly, it's possible that a divorce happens quietly. So when two Eidim come and say, we did not see her getting married, or we did not see her getting divorced, it doesn't prove anything, even though they're living in the same courtyard.
So that actually changes the whole price completely.
What do you mean?
Before he said by Kedushin,
Yeah, the Gemara said, yeah, we're switching it around. Eipach, yeah. Okay, the Gemara continues, going back to our Mishnah. We had a Mishnah where it said two different cases. Okay, this is the Mishnah on Daf Chav Beis Amud Aleph, where the Mishnah teaches the halacha of a pesha asa, a pesha hitter. The first case in the Mishnah was when a woman comes and says, I was married, but I got divorced. So we believe her because we had no idea she was married. She's the one that gave us the information, so we believe her also she got divorced. That's the first case of the Mishnah. Second case of the Mishnah was a woman comes and says, I was captured, but I remained pure. Nobody had any relation with me. We also believe her. Then the Mishnah said, but in both of these cases, if there's Eidim that she was married, or there's Eidim that she got captured, now we're not going to believe her to come and say she got divorced, or that she had no relation with nobody, because it's not her telling us this information of the Isser. It's Eidim that are telling this to us. Then the Mishnah concluded the line that the Gemara brings here, if those Eidim that come and say that she's Asr arrive after she already went and got married or remarried, so then it's too late, and then we say she could remain married. Okay, so now the question is, this line of the Mishnah, does it go on the first case of the Mishnah, when the discussion is whether she got married or not? Or does it go on the Sefer of the Mishnah, where the question is whether she was captured, and when she was captured, did she have a relation with anybody then or not? What is it going on? Says the Gemara, there's an argument here. Rabbi Shi says this case of Eidim coming after the fact when she got married goes back to the beginning of the Mishnah, when the question is whether she was married before. Rabbi Barovin, however, Rabbi Barovin says that this goes on the second case of the Mishnah, where the question is when she got captured, whether she had a relation with someone else. So Gemara now explains as follows. Rabbi Shia that says that this halacha that after the fact, once she gets married, that she should remain married, that it goes on the Reisha, where the question was whether she was married before. Koshken HaSefer. Most definitely, I could be lenient about this, that if the Eidim come after the fact, that she could remain married. Why? The rule is, when it comes to a woman that got captured, over here Chachamim were lenient with her status, more than in a situation where there's a question about a woman, whether she was married before. This is actually also based on a Mishnah we're going to learn a little bit later here in this Pedic, where the Mishnah there says that there are certain leniencies Chachamim said regarding a woman that gets captured amongst Goyim, even though there is an assumption that she had a relation with those Goyim that captured her, but nevertheless there are certain leniencies Chachamim said. And those leniencies don't apply when there's a question of whether a woman was previously married. So therefore, we could say that if if Rabbi Shia says that this kula here, that after the fact, when Eidim came and said that she was married, but it's already after she already got remarried, we trust her that she got divorced, for sure regarding the second case of the Mishnah, where the question is regarding her being captured, and over there Chacham were more lenient, so for sure if Eidim came to tell us after the fact when she got married that she was captured, for sure we're going to allow her to remain married. But on the other hand, the man the Masin Law Sefer, Rabbi Bar Ovin, that taught this leniency here on the Sefer regarding when she got captured. But on the Reisha, where Eidim come and say that she was married, and now we have to trust her that she got divorced in the Reisha, even after the fact, when she got remarried, we're not going to trust her. Says the Gemara, should we say that Rabbi Oishia and Rabbi Bar Avin are arguing in a statement that Rav Amnuna said, which was quoted before in the Gemara? What did Rav Amnuna say? So if you remember, before Rav Amnuna said that a woman is believed to come and say that I am divorced, without even presenting any proof, without even bringing a get. Why? Because the Gemara said that it's very difficult for a woman to have the chutzpah to come and tell her husband that she's divorced if it's not true. So if she's saying it, that itself is the biggest proof that it is true. That's what Rav Amnuna said. So now, if so, we can say that maybe that's what they're arguing about over here. Is this actually true? The one that says on the Reisha, that after the fact, if she got remarried, even though there are Eidim that said that she was married before, but still after the fact we allow it to be remarried to someone else and we trust her that she got a divorce, is the Rav Amnuna. He's basically relying on this that Rav Amnuna said, that we trust her to say that she got divorced. The one that says that only in the Sefer regarding a case where she got captured, over here we're going to rely on her that she's pure, she didn't have a relation with anyone, but not in the Reisha. In the Reisha we do not trust her that she got divorced. Let's play the Rav Amnuna. That's because he disagrees with what Rav Amnuna said regarding trusting her for the divorce. Says the Gemara, not necessarily are they arguing about what Rav Amnuna said. Why? The Kula Alme Islu de Rav Amnuna. Everybody would agree to what Rav Amnuna said. What was Rav Amnuna speaking about? So the Gemara explains, over here what they're arguing it is as follows. Mar Sovar, one opinion here is, Ki itme de Rav Amnuna befanav. As the Gemara quoted it before, when Rav Amnuna said a woman is believed to say that I got divorced, that's because she's facing her husband directly. She's saying it to his face. That's a very big chutzpah. Over there, Rav Amnuna says that it's true. We believe her. If she would come and say that I got divorced and it's not in the presence of her husband, mi'iza. Over here, even if it's not true, she could have that chutzpah to say that she's divorced, so therefore we don't trust her. And that's what we're talking about over here. Over here, she's saying this not in the presence of her husband, so it's not the same thing. We don't trust her. The first opinion of Oishia holds that even if she's saying I got divorced and it's not in the presence of her husband, that still takes a lot of chutzpah, and therefore if she's saying it, we have to believe what she's saying.
Unless she got divorced the same day.
Right, exactly. We learned that before. Then she has to produce the get. Sagt the Gemara v'im. Yeah.
That comes after the Edom came after she said hers. So what came first? Peshas or Pesha?
No. Over here, well, in the beginning there was a Peshas, but now there isn't anymore. Now they're Edom. So now she loses her koyach of Peshas.
The Edom not saying anything different than she said.
The Edom are saying that she's married. So the moment the Edom say this, she loses her koyach of Pesha Asar. Her whole trust was based on Pesha Asar. The moment the Edom come, she loses that koyach of Pesha Asar.
That's what I'm asking. Since she said it first, she brought this whole thing out in the open. Now the Edom came. Edom is saying this. She's saying the same thing the Edom is saying. She's not contradicting. And a
Chanami, but she loses her whole trust to say that she's divorced. Now we're going to have to find a different reason to trust her that she's divorced. You can't anymore rely on the Pesha Asa. That's the question here. Should we rely on this that Rav Amnuna said, that she wouldn't have the chutzpah to say this? But you can't anymore rely on the Pesha Asa once the Edom came. Okay, now the Gemara focuses on a different aspect of this, what it said in the Mishnah, that after the fact, we allow her to remain married. If after she got married, then Edom came, so then we allow her to remain married. So what does this mean? So the father Shmuel, Amavur the Shmuel, so he says, Loi nisis mamish, when it says here after the fact that she got married, so we allow her to remain married, it doesn't literally mean she got married. This even means once they gave her the heter, they allowed her to get married. Even if she didn't actually get married, she could already go with that heter, and we don't take back the heter. Says the Gemara, but how could you learn this into the Mishnah? The Mishnah says that once she got married, she doesn't have to leave. If it's speaking about not leaving, doesn't that mean that she actually got remarried? Says the Gemara, what it means is, it doesn't mean that she's leaving her marriage, but it means that we don't take her out from her previous heter that she was granted. And therefore, even if she did not get married, she can keep that heter. We learned in the Braisa the following halacha. A woman comes and says, Nishbeisi, I was captured, but I remain pure. And v'yeshli eidim shetohayrani. I have witnesses that will prove this, that will tell you that I remain pure. So, ein oimrim, we're not going to say, namten at sheyivoyu eidim. Let's wait until she brings those eidim. And then we'll allow her to get married to a kohen or to anyone she's kosher. Ella rather, matira noisamiyad. We are mata her right away because she is believed for this. She's telling us she got captured, so we believe her. So they will matter her. Now what happens if Yitiru Alinose, they will matter her to go and get married, and then the Edim she said she has that know that she's tired come and say, and they say, Lo yadainu, we actually know nothing. We can't testify for her. Nevertheless, she doesn't have to leave this marriage because again we still trust her. We still rely on that Peshasa, exactly. All the Edim are saying is we don't know. But she's saying, I got captured and I am pure, we rely on her. However, if even after the fact, Edim come and clearly said that she was Tomei, so this is a new case. Now, until here we were discussing what happens if after the fact, Edim come and say that she got captured. So now she loses her koyach of Pesha Asa. But we don't necessarily know that she had a relation with a guy. But what happens if Edim actually come and say, we know for a fact that she was Tomei with a guy, then Afilu Yeshla Kama Banim, she got married to a Kayin. And she has children with this Kayin. So nevertheless, Tate says she's going to have to leave this Kayin. Her children are going to be Chalalim. Her children are Pasal Kayinim. So even after the fact. Gemara brings a story. Hani Shvu Yasa, there were these women that got captured, or actually these people that captured. Shvuyasa means that they captured these Jewish women, the Asin Nerda, and they came to the city Nerda. They came there, I guess, to get the people of Nerda to redeem them. Oisiv avur de Shmuel neturi badayu. So the father of Shmuel went and placed guards amongst these the women that were captured amongst these goyim to guard it, to stand guard, to be sure that they're not going to have any relationship with these goyim. So if they're going to redeem them, to see that they should be kosher, they shouldn't have any relation with them. Amalei Shmuel, so Shmuel says to his father, why is it necessary to do this? Until now, who guarded these women that was captured amongst these goyim? In other words, they're already usher. They already were amongst these goyim, and we know that they're captured, so therefore they're already usher. Placing guards now is too late. Amalei, so his father says back to him, but why are you saying this? If this is your daughters, would you be so lightheaded about this? If these were your daughters that were captured amongst these goyim, you would not want me to now place guards to protect them from these goyim there? So the Gemara says, this answer that the father of Shmuel gave Shmuel was like a mistake from a person that's strong, a great person. He shouldn't have, he used this expression, if it was your daughters. And then what ended up happening, when something comes out of such a great person, so this actually ended up happening. Now the daughters of Shmuel got captured. And what happened? Their captors brought them to Eretz Yisrael to get them redeemed there. And they wanted to, for a ransom to get them redeemed. So now, what did these daughters of Shmuel do? These daughters of Shmuel knew the halacha. If it's going to be established in advance that they are captured, and then they're going to come and say that we are pure, we're not going to trust them. So let it be them that are going to tell us that they were captured. And they're going to have now the koyach of Pesha Asar. So what do? So they made sure that the one that captured them should stay on the outside and nobody should know that they're captured. And they told their captors, let us go into the Bismedrash. We're going to let the people in the Bismedrash know about our situation. They came into this Bismedrash, the Rab Chanine, and Ha Amra. So one daughter said, Nishbeisi, I was captured with Tahirani, but I'm pure. And Ha Amra, and the other daughter came and said, Nishbeisi, Tahirani, I was captured, but I'm pure. Okay, so now it's all based on what they said. So Sharinu, Rav Chanine that is said that they are allowed. Peshasa Peshita. They are the ones that are telling us that they were captured. Then what happened? Saif, in the end, after this, all Asi Shavyuinu. Now the one that captured them walked into the Bismedrash and said, we are the captors and we're demanding the money to redeem them. So Rav Chanine realized what happened there. Amar Rav Chanine, Benon de Morian Inon. These must be children of a great Talmud Chacham that teaches halachas, and they knew this halacha that they should come in and let us know that they were captured. And once they got the heter, as we learned before, once they got the heter, so after the fact, we don't take back the heter. Igloi Milsa, so they found out the Benase, the Mar Shmuel Hagan. These were the daughters of Shmuel. Amalei Rav Chanina, so Rav Chanina says to Rav Shemen bar Abba, he told Rav Shemen bar Abba, which was a relative, Puk itapel b'kurei vaisech. Go and get married to your relatives. And Rashi says he was also a kohen. So even though he was a kohen, Rav Chanina was saying you can get married to these girls. They're considered to be pure. They did not have. We rely on their testimony that they had no relation with these goyim. Go and get married to them. So he says to Rav Chanina, but how could I rely on this? Aren't there witnesses overseas? In other words, they came from Babel, wherever they came from. Aren't there witnesses there that they are captured? And so if so, that could be a problem. And those Edom that are coming from Medina Sayam can come and tell us that they were captured, and now they'll lose their koyach of Pesha Asar. So he adds that Taisus actually adds to this that when it says Edom Medina Sayam, it doesn't just mean that. He was saying that maybe there are Edom in Medina Siyam. He was saying, I heard that there are Edom in Medina Siyam that actually know that they were captured. So then, if so, we can't rely on them that they're pure. So Rav Chanina answers him, but hashtemiyah is less nekaman. Right now, those Edom are not here, and he said the following expression: Edom bitzat istan. If there's Edom on the south, on the north side, istan means on the north. Just because there are Edom far away, is that a reason to ask you not to go and marry them? Go ahead and get married to them. And then once you're married, it's after the fact. And if Edom come, as we learned in the Mishnah, after the fact, you would not have to you could stay married. So the Gemara analyzes the story in the last detail here. So it says, Edom. The reason why we allow them to go and get married is because those Edom never came. Edom mitzvah. But if those Edom would come now before they got married, so then it would be a problem. It would be also to get married to them. Frek the Gemara, but why? Didn't we quote before the father of Shmuel said, even before they got married. Once the heter was given for them to get married, even before they got married, we don't take back that heter. So Rav Ashi answers, we have to say what the story here was. What Rav Shemen bar Abba was saying to Rav Chanina is, I know that there are Edom in Medina Sayam that know that they were Tomei, that they actually had a relation with these Goyim. And on that he told him that after the fact, once you get married, then we're gonna rely on that. And as long as the Edom are not here, you can go ahead and get married. So that's a much bigger chiddush.
Can you only rely on the note of Talmidei Chachamim? Is that an added factor that,
I don't know. The Gemara doesn't say that here. Sagt Heilige Mishnah, Shtei Nashim Shenishbu. You have two women that were captured. Now, Zaysei Meres, one of them says, Nishbeisi Tahirani. Yes, I was captured, but I'm still pure. The Zaysei Meres, the other one says, Nishbeisi, I was captured, the Tahirani, but I'm still pure. Einon Amonis. Both of them are not believed to say about themselves that they are pure. As Rashi says, what this Mishnah is speaking about is, we have Edom that they're captured. So there's no Pesha there. We can't rely on them that they were pure. Now, Ubizman, Shehem, Idoy, Zu, Ezu, but if each one is not saying testimony about themselves, but they're saying about the other, that the other one was pure, then then they are believed. And Rashi points out, this is based on a Mishnah that we're going to learn later that says that when it comes to women that were captured, Chachamim were extra lenient, that you don't need Edom to prove that they remain pure. You could rely on an Eid Echad and even on a woman to say that she remained pure. So therefore, each one could say Eidus for the other, but you can't say Eidus for yourself. But for the other you could. Let's see. The Gemara here now brings a braise that brings more details about this. Tan Rabbanan, we learned in the braise that there could be 4 different scenarios regarding these 2 women that got captured. So one scenario is as follows. Ani Tameya, so one woman comes and says, I am Tomei. Yes, I had a relation with the guy. V'chavrasi tahira. But my friend, she is pure. Nemenes, she's believed for both of this. She's believed to say on herself that she's Tomei. This is based on what we learned before. Shavya nafsha chaticha di yisura, that she's aser. And the truth is, she's believed on herself to say Shavya nafsha chaticha di yisura. And for her friend, she's also believed to say that she's tahira. As we just learned in the Mishnah, you believed to say for your friend. The next case, if she said the opposite, Ani tahira, I am pure, v'chavirasi tameya. My friend became tamei. Then ein in a minute, she's not going to believe to say this for both of them.
On which thing, both of them?
On both of them, she's not believed, right? Then the third case is, what if she said, Ani v'chavirasi tameya? Both, me and my friend, we became tamei. nemenes alatzma, for herself. She's believed to say about herself that she's tamei. But veine nemenes achaverta. She's not believed to say that her friend is tamei. What's if the case is she says, Ani v'chaverti tahira. She's saying, me and my friend were both tahira. Then, nemenes achaverta, as we said before, you are believed for your friend to say that she's tahira, but veine nemenes alatzma. She's not believed to say regarding herself that she is tahira. Those are the 4 cases in this brisa. So now, the main point the Gemara is going to focus on is, what are we speaking about here? Do we have Eidim that tell us that she got captured? Or is this a case where there are no Eidim telling us that she got captured? Oh, mamar. So now, what did it say here in the brisa? The Gemara begins with the second case here. So it said, Ani tahira v'chavira temeya. So the second case was, she comes and says that I am tahira and my friend is temeya. Einan amenes. We don't believe her. Why do we not believe her? Heichidami, what are we speaking about over here? If there are no Eidim telling us that she got captured. So al atzma, regarding herself, when she says that she's pure, why is she not believed? She's the one that's telling us that she got captured. She should be believed for itself. She's saying she's the one that's telling us she got captured, and she's saying she's pure, she should be believed. So obviously, what is this case in the Brisa speaking about? The Ikke Eidim. We must say that we're talking about over here that there are Eidim that already said she got captured. So therefore, she's not believed to say that she's Tahira. Now, so let's look at the middle case, the next case of this Brisa. What does it say? Ani v'chavirasi tameya, a woman that comes and says that I and my friend both are tamei in this captivity, nemenes. So then she will be believed al atzma only for herself. She's not believed to say regarding her friend that she's tamei. So the question is, if this case is the same as the previous case, that there are Eidim here that's saying that they got captured, amai loy me'emna. Why is she not believed to say regarding her friend that she's tamei? Over here there are Eidim. If there are Eidim that are saying that she got captured, so then she should be believed for this. So in this middle case, what you must say that it's speaking about over here, that there are no Eidim for this, that they got captured, right? So therefore, she's not believed to say she's not believed to say for a friend that she's tamei. That's this case, which is the third case of this brisa. Now, Seifer. Let's look at the last case of the brisa. The last case was Ani v'chavirasi tahira. She comes and says, I and my friend were both tahir. So what did it say? Nemenes al-chaverta, she's believed to say her friend is tar, but then nemenes al-atzma. She's not believed to say regarding herself that she's tar. Now, what's this case? If the case here is that there are no Eidim that tell us that she was captured, atzma amayla memna. Why would she not be believed regarding herself that she's tar? If she's the one telling us that she got captured, she should be believed regarding herself as well. So in this last case, it's clear that the case over here is that there are Eidim telling us that she got captured. So therefore now she's not believed to say on herself that she's tired. What's our problem here in the understanding of this Braisa? Reisha v'seife. It comes out that in the first case, or this is actually the second case, in the beginning of the Braisa, the Reisha, and in the Seife, and in the last case of the Braisa, the Eidim were forced to say that there were Eidim telling us that she got captured. And Metzias of the Lek Eidim. In the middle case, we're forced to say that there are no Eidim. So this is strange. One Braisa, and they're not all the same case. So the Gemara here has two interpretations for this Braisa. Amar Abaye says, yes, that's true. Reisha v'seife de Eidim. The first case, or really the second case, is speaking about when there are Eidim that she got captured, and the Seife is also speaking about when there are Eidim she got captured. But Metzias of the Lek Eidim, and in the middle case there are no Eidim. That's the way you have to explain this Braisa. It's not all the same case. Rav Papa has a different interpretation. Very interesting interpretation here. He adds a detail to this Braisa. Kula the Ikke Eidim. The entire Braisa is speaking about that there are Eidim that tell us that this woman got captured. But there's another point here. Ve'ike Eid Echad de Ka'apech. And in all the cases of the Braisa, there is an Eid Echad that's coming and saying the opposite of what the woman says. Whatever the Braisa tells us the woman is saying, in all of these cases of the Braisa, there's an Eid Echad that comes and says the opposite of her. So now the entire Braisa will make sense. And the Gemara goes through it, all four cases from the beginning. Let's see. So the first case was, Omra, if she comes and says, Ani Timeya v'chavirasi tahira, and that I'm Tamei and my friend is Tahir, and now, V'amala Eid Echad. And an Eid Echad comes and says the opposite. No, at Tahira, really the truth is that you're Tahir, V'chaverascha, Tameya, and it's your friend which is Tamei. So now, what did it say in the Braisa? That on herself she's believed, but on her friend she's not believed. Why is she believed for herself? Ihi, for herself, Shavisa lenafsha chatichadi surah. Even though there's an aid that says that she's Tahir, but she says about herself that she's Tamei, so she can make herself Asr. So therefore for herself she's believed. Chaverasa. So therefore again, so what does it say here? So she's going to be believed for herself to be Tamei. Chaverasa. Now for her friend, she's also going to be believed. Mishtarye apumadida. Her friend will be mutter according to what she's saying, that her friend is Tahir. Even though there's another aid that says that her friend is Tamei, but she is saying that her friend is Tahir. And therefore, if she's saying her friend is Tamei, Tahir that is, we accept what she's saying. And once we accept what she's saying, she's as strong as two Eidos, and we don't pay attention to the other aid that says that her friend is Tamei.
She's a lady.
So but it doesn't matter. We once we accept what she says, when we believe her, so then she's strong as two Eidim, and we don't accept what the other one says. Now the next case, the second case of this Braisa. Ani Tahira, she came and said, I am Tahir v'chavirasi Tameya, and my friend is Tamei. V'amala Eid Echad, and there's an Eid Echad that comes and says the reverse. At Tameya, no, you're Tamei v'chavirasach Tahira, and your friend is the one that's Tahir. So over here, what's going to be the halacha? Ihi, so she, regarding herself, she's not going to be believed. Kiv and Eidim, because there are Eidim that say that she got captured, Lav Kol Kamina. She's not going to be believed regarding herself to say that she is Tahir. Chaverasa, now regarding the friend, Mishtarye apume the Eid. Regarding her friend, even though the woman is saying that my friend is Tamei, but because there's an Eid that's saying that the other woman is Tahir, so over here we're going to go by what the Eid says, and the Eid says that she's Tahir, so the friend is going to be Tahir. Right? So basically, in both of these cases, we're relying on an Eid Echad to be Matayr the friend. In the first case, we're relying on the woman as the Eid Echad to be Matayr her friend. In the second case, we're relying on the Eid Echad that came here to be Matayr the friend. Okay, now we go to the next case of this Braisa, the third case. Ani v'chavirasi Tameya. If the case is that she said that both me and my friend became Tamei. And now, again, the case is that there's an aid here that's saying the opposite. V'amala Eid Echad, and an Eid Echad comes and says, no, at v'chavirasach Tahira. You and your friend are both Tahir. So, is she believed for herself? So, ihi, for herself, shavisal and nafshachatichadi surah. Yes, we accept what she says. For herself, she's making herself us, and she's believed for this. Chaverasa, now regarding her friend though, we're not going to believe her. Mishtarye apuma deid. For her friend, she's going to be mutter based on the aid that's saying, which is her friend, the woman is saying that she's tired. Again, we're going to believe the aid, not she herself, but the aid. The aid is saying that she is tahir, so therefore we accept the words of the aid that she is tahir. And now the Gemara asks on this, if this is the explanation of the third case of the Braisa, Hasu Lamali. Why do we have to say this halacha of the third case of the Braisa? Hainu Reisha. This is identical. This is saying the exact same thing as the Reisha. The fact that she's not believed on herself is because, or again, the fact that she is believed on herself is because Shavli Nafshach Atichadi Surah. That's the same thing it said in the first case of the Braisa. The fact that she's not believed for her friend, that's because we believe the Eid Echad for her friend. So why does it have to repeat the same point as it said in the Reisha? So the Gemara answers an interesting thing. No, Ma'u the Teime here, I would think to say as follows. Hani tarvayu tahires ninu. Really, the truth is, both of these women are tahir. And we could rely on the Eid Echad that says that both of them are tahir. And this woman is saying that I am Tamei, why is she saying this? Thomas Nafshi and Pelishtim Yidikavda. It's because she cannot stand the fact that what could end up happening is that she's going to be tahir. That she's going to be Tamei and her friend will be Tahir. She doesn't want to be different than her friend. So therefore she says, you know what, I'm going to come and say that I'm Tamei, and I'm also going to say that my friend is Tamei. But they're really both Tahir. If you think about this case, this is a very strange case here. You have Eidim, or not Eidim, you have one Eid here. You have one Eid that's saying, I know for a fact that both of these women are Tahir. And the woman herself comes and says, no, me and my friend became Tomei. So what happened over here? I mean, so why is the 8 saying that they're both Tar? So therefore there's a svara to say what really happened is this woman did not want to come and say testimony for her friend that she's Tar, because she knows that she's not going to be trusted to say for herself that she's Tar. So she can't stand the fact that her friend is going to be Tar and she's going to be Tomei. So therefore she figures, you know what, I'm going to say that I'm Tomei and my friend is Tomei, so we'll both be equal. I am rooting it for myself, it doesn't matter. That's the svara that you would have thought to say over here. Kamash Malan. So therefore, this teaches us that no, that we don't say the svara of Thomas Nafshi and Pelishtim, and therefore, for herself, we will accept what she said that she is Tomei. Okay. The Achrayim do add to what the Gemara is saying over here. The case must be when the Gemara is thinking to say that maybe we should accept the fact that she's tired for herself. After the Eid Echad came and said that she's tired, she agreed to the Eid Echad. She said, oh yeah, right, it's true. What the Eid Echad is saying is true that I'm tired. If she never came around to agree to what the Eid Echad says, and she still is holding to her words that I am Tamei, so then she's still going to be awesome. But what happened is, after the Eid Echad came and said that she's tired, now she pipes up and says, oh yeah, it's true that I'm tired. So therefore we would have a svara to say, the only reason she said before she's Tamei is because she didn't want her friend to be in a higher status than her. Thomas Nafshim Pelishtim. So therefore the Gemara says, Kamash Malan, that we don't say that. Once she said before that she's Tamei, she can't take that back anymore. Okay, the last case, again. Even though the Eid Echad is saying Tar, but Shavi Nafshacha Tichadi Surah. She already made herself faster. The last case over here is, Ani v'chavirasi tahira. If the case over here is that she's saying that I and my friend were both tahir, v'amala Eid Echad, and now the Eid Echad came and said at v'chavirasach tameya, that both you and your friend are tamei. So what's going to be the halacha? Ihi, regarding herself, kivende ke'edim, because there are edim that say that she was captured. Lafkal kimina, she's not believed to say about herself that she's tahir. But chavirasa, but her friend mishtarya pumedida. For her friend, she could say Eidos that her friend is tar. That's the kula, that she can say Eidos for her friend that she's tar. Well, again, the Gemara asks, Ha su lamali, why do we need this case over here as well? Hainu reisha de reisha. This is the exact same point as it said in the very first case of the Braise, that you're believed to say Eidos for your friend that she is tar. So the Gemara says, no, there is a chiddush here. I would think to say, ki mehemne, when is she believed to say for her friend that she's tahir, b'makim de pasla nafsha. If she's saying about herself that she's tamei, that shows more of an honesty. She's saying about herself, I am tamei, but my friend is tahir. So maybe then we believe her. Ava b'makim de michshir nafsha. But if she's coming and saying, me and my friend are tired, so who says, then maybe we should not believe her. Maybe she's only saying her friend is tired because she really wants to be mitayr herself. And she's not believed to say that she herself is tired. So maybe in such a case, when she's saying both of us are tired, we should not accept what she's saying. Kamash Malon, that's the chiddush of the last case of the Braisa, that even in this case, she is believed.